Welcome to FlockBase video tutorials. Today we're going to be showing you how to create a contribution and then add it to a deposit. In order to start making contributions, you need to have a couple pieces in place. First, you'll need to have your members already added because contributions tie into the member record of the givers. Second, you'll need to have your purposes added in. Purposes can be found by going to Settings, Financial, and then Purposes, and they specify which income account money should go to when it's given to the church for a specific purpose. For example, when someone gives a tithe to the church, we're going to put it toward the tithe purpose, which makes sure that the money goes into our general income account and onto our general fund. Remember, every purpose must be attached to an income account, or you'll see an error when trying to make a contribution to that purpose. Once you've gotten those pieces, you're ready to add a contribution. Let's get started by clicking Contributions and then Create. On this screen, you'll see every piece of info that you'll need to record for the contribution. First is the date. This is the date that your church received the donation, not necessarily the date you deposited it into the bank. Next is the member. Select the member by their name or envelope number to make sure this donation gets saved to their member record. After that is the payment type. Different payment types cause different boxes to appear to the right. As seen here, the default is check, so the box to the right takes a check number. If we change that to credit card, the box takes a transaction number, and if we change it to cash, the box disappears. Once we've gotten all of that added, we'll select the purpose and the amount. For this example, we'll have Lucy Arnez give $200 to Missions Africa. In the memo field, you can put a note about the contribution. This is just a piece of text and doesn't connect to anything else in the program, but you can select it to appear on the member's contribution letter. A memo is generally just an extra piece of clarifying information. Once we've gotten all of the information added, we're going to click Next. Clicking Next saves the contribution and displays a new page to add the next contribution. We always want to click Next to save the contribution, even if it's the last one in a sequence. Now that the contribution is saved, it's time to add a deposit. To do so, let's go to Contributions and then Deposit. This page shows all of our deposits. We can click New to add a new one. On this new deposit, there are a few pieces of information we'll need to add. The first is the date of the deposit. Then we can select which bank account this deposit went into. Last, we can add a summary. This is just some clarifying text and isn't mandatory. Once that information is in, we'll click Select Contributions to find the contribution we just entered and add it to this deposit. Here we see the contribution we made. We can either click All in the top right corner or manually tick the box next to that contribution. After we've gotten it selected, we'll click Add in the top right to add this contribution to the deposit and return to the deposit. Now we can see that the deposit is on here. If I need to edit this contribution now that it's on the deposit, I can click the View button in the Actions column. Let's change the total to $250 because maybe we counted wrong the first time. Once I'm done, I'll click Save and back to the contribution. Once we're sure the information is all right and the deposit total matches the deposit receipt from the bank, we can print a report. On the right, we find the Summary Reports tab. Clicking this gives us the option to run a deposit slip with no names, or a summary based on the funds, accounts, or purposes affected on this deposit. Check each of them out to see which is best for your church. Once we're all done, we can click back to save the deposit. This has been Making and Depositing a Contribution in FlockBase. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions for us about the contents of this video or anything else, just let us know and we'll be happy to help. As always, I hope God continues to bless your ministry.